You know when you're alone with your thoughts and your brain just goes, oh, do you remember that time you did the super cringy thing? Mine did that because it hates me. I threatened someone with a pig. Like, who does that? Who's like, yeah, watch yourself, I'm going to pork chop you in the back. Like, so for context behind this, basically what had happened was I was at work, we get a job come in at like midnight, super sketchy. We're driving there, there's no lights, you can't identify anything about this house, there's just pitch black. And so my workmate and I rock up and it just picture like Wolf Creek vibes, like a little shack on massive property. It's like bumpy, it's been raining, muddy driving through, there's no driveway, yeah, like shack in the middle, rusty crap everywhere, like picture tractor parts and like tools, there was a saw, there was like a disassembled mannequin, which I hope was a mannequin, I didn't really look at it too hard. I'm thinking, fuck, I'm in a horror film, I'm gonna die. I am the dumb bitch that trips and dies. So I was like, oh, well, this has been fun. My work partner and I looking at each other like, oh, this is a little bit sketchy, but whatever. We hear this dude be like, oh, I'm here. And we're like, yeah, you can come in the car, we'll check you over, all good. Gets in, he's taking me over. You know, I'm looking around everywhere, like, help me! And, you know, being the polite thing, my work partner, she goes, oh, what do you do? You know, what do you do for work? What do you do for fun? I noticed you don't have any lights on, or a street sign, is this a house? We're getting murdered. Like, what's your vibe, you know? This man went on a tangent about butchering pigs. And I was like, looking around, I was like, I don't see any pigs on this farm. Are we the pigs? I'm built like a stick. I'm not gonna taste good. And so he's like going into full depth about how he does it, you know, how to do it properly, how he like breeds them and makes them fat or whatever. And I was just like, he's looking at us like he's Kermit the Frog and we're Miss Piggy. Like, I'm sweating and he's smelling bacon. He's like, this is cannibalism, let's go. Completely wasn't. You know, talking about like butchering these pigs, he's getting really excited about it. Anyway, he didn't want to come with us, that was all fine. He's still going on about it. He's like going on for like 5-10 minutes about this. And I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. Easy, absolutely. Can 100% relate to what you're talking about, for sure. I'm gonna go do paperwork in the front. I'm hearing growling coming from behind me somewhere. There might have been dogs on the property. I've got no idea. I'm just in the front thinking I'm gonna get turned into a meal. I'm not a main course. Finish up the paperwork, everything's fine. Like, he just goes back inside his little shack and then we like hightail it out of there. Anyway, it's the next day. I'm feeling absolutely fried from this night shift. Haven't slept at all. Still thinking about what I would do if I was in Wolf Creek, and the answer was die. So the next day rolls around. I've finally come out of my just night shift coma. My brain is so fried. I think everything's funny. I feel like I'm drunk, like I'm, you know, living my best life. And I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see this news article about pigs fighting back against butchers. So I went to send it to my friend who I was working with that night. The message that says, man's better watch his back. And I sent it to the wrong person, and I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. I just clicked the name, and then it sent, and then I just went, oh, well, fuck. I've not spoken to this person ever. Like, they have heaps of followers on Instagram. I've got nothing. Out of nowhere, this influencer just cops a pig threat, and I'm there thinking, fuck me, I'm gonna get banned off Instagram. I'm gonna get shamed. I'm thinking like, how can I get out of this? I'm not going back to jail! I just shame spiraled. I was like, well,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
I'm gonna go back to Wolf Creek Man and see if he actually wants to kill me this time. I can't recover from that. Just a pig threat. Anything else, I send a lot of random shit to my friends, like just some dumb things. And they're all like, you can kind of be like, oh yeah, it wasn't meant for you, but lol. And I'm over here like, watch your back, the pigs are coming, mate. I'm like, fuck. And she just, I've just never cringed so hard. And she, like, very lovely about it, was like, haha, all good. And I was just like, yeah.
I want to die.
Sorry, the pig threat wasn't meant for you. I was threatening someone else with pigs. Like, before anyone comes to me and says, oh, why don't you just delete the messages? I was going to. I, like, went in the chat and I was like, fuck. I went to delete them, and she'd opened it. And I was like, oh, how do I explain any of this? I couldn't. I'm quitting social media. I was like, that's it. I'm gonna throw my phone away. You can send me an owl. You do whatever. I'm yeeting this in the water with myself. And she starts to reply, and I quickly jump in. I'm like, I'm so sorry. This wasn't meant for you. Like, it was between me and a friend. But like, watch your back. Like, you know, I'm just spreading awareness about these pigs. You know. Big brains, those motherfuckers, right? Anyway, thank you for listening to my TED Talk about me being a dumb bitch. I'm gonna go finish this painting and hopefully nothing else pops up and my brain actually doesn't betray me. Like, we're on the same team, bro. Why are you coming at me this hard? I'm just here having a good time, trying to paint, and you're coming at me with pigs.